Okay guys, in my last video, I said I'm going to share some of the questions I answered when I applied to a university in Finland, and that university was the University of Helsinki. Now take a look at the questions. The first one: what do you want to study in this master's program? I said it's not a one-way thing, because I'm sure we didn't study the same thing. I studied agricultural science and I was applying for agricultural science master's program when I applied to University of Helsinki. So I know why I want to study in that master's program. So you are going to tell them the reason why you want to study in that master's program. Let's look at the second question. How do your previous studies enable you to succeed in these studies of this master's program? The way I understood that question was that there are some times you wouldn't want to go along with what you study for your first degree, or you may have had one master's and you want to change career paths. So I believe that is what that question was asking. That how will your previous study allow you to succeed in that master's program that you have chosen? But in my own case, I studied agricultural science, first degree, second degree, and it's still agricultural science that I'm also choosing at the University of Helsinki, so I am safe. Now let's look at the third question. How do the studies of this MSc complement and broaden your previous studies? It's up to you. Like mine now, in my own case, where I had agricultural science, I know the curriculum or the syllabus that we use in Nigeria is different from the one that they are going to use in Finland. So it can complement it and it can broaden it, because I want to improve myself. Alright, let's look at the last question. How do the studies in this MSc support your professional and academic goals and interests? Yeah, I believe they are asking of long term. What do you intend to do with what you want to come and study? It's a scholarship. At least they want you to make good use of it. How is it going to help you professionally and academically? You may want to go for PhD, or you may want to go into the industry. Those are the questions I answered for Finland scholarship. Peradventure, maybe you have changed course. They want to know so that they will know if you are deserving of that scholarship. I told you scholarships are very, very competitive. They are not much. Sometimes you can just award maybe like one or two. I didn't complete my application, though I submitted it, but I wasn't given the admission because they asked that I submit my transcript, because they want my official transcripts to be submitted directly from my school down to Finland. If at the end of the day you didn't get that admission, transcript collection in Nigeria is not free. It's so expensive. So give me that admission. Let me send the transcript later on. But they didn't do it like that. And eventually, I wasn't given the admission because I was told you didn't send your transcripts. Well, I always apply to so many schools. I had another option. The next scholarship essay questions that we're going to look at are those for the Government of Ireland scholarships. Okay. The first question says, what is the benefit of becoming a Government of Ireland scholar to yourself, personally and professionally, to Ireland, to your country of origin? That's the first question for the Government of Ireland scholarship that was asked. I answered it. Anyway, okay, so you can answer it your own way. Let's look at the second question. As a Government of Ireland scholar, how will you extend yourself beyond your project studies to become actively involved in Irish society in order to maximize your academic, cultural experience and raise the awareness of the scholarship in Ireland and beyond? That's a long one. I think that's a continuation of the first one. As a scholar, how are you going to still represent the receiver of the Government of Ireland scholarship? How are you going to represent them in a positive way? You can say scholarship essay questions require preparation. You have to prepare for it. This scholarship that I'm talking about now, they are not opened yet. Finland has joint application. Like University of Helsinki, their own application is going to be opened by December. Other schools has joint application. You have to apply together if you get this scholarship, the Government of Ireland scholarship. I have a video. You can just go ahead and check that video on the benefit of the Government of Ireland scholarship, what you are going to get from it. Okay. Now let's go on to the third question. Explain the extent to which you have a long-term interest in Ireland and how you promote links with Ireland during your time. For you to apply to the Government of Ireland scholarship, that means you have a deep interest in the country. You have to just research about Ireland for you to answer this question. You might not have heard of Ireland before, or you might not have even considered going ahead to Ireland to go and study, but because you are watching my video now, you are interested in going to Ireland to go and study. Well, that's a good thing. You can just start researching now before December. You know, I told you it's going to open in December, and to get it you need work. That's why I'm trying to share some of the questions. I hope you just take part of it, add yours to it, and prepare a very strong essay, and you can be the lucky one that will get the scholarship. Let's look at the last question for the Government of Ireland scholarship essay. It said, during your time, explain the extent to which you promote Ireland as a Government of Ireland scholar and following your studies as a Government of Ireland alumni. So they want to know, before they award you that scholarship, how you are going to utilize it when you have it and after you are done with school. Usually masters in Ireland is a year, but in Finland is 2 years. Okay, so after that 1 year, they also want to know, before they award you that scholarship, that what exactly are you going to do. Let us know now before we award you that scholarship. Okay, all right guys, so those are the questions, essay questions for scholarships for university in Finland. Cheap is okay, but if you are going to look for cheap school, look for schools that has ranking. There is a way they do their scholarship in Finland schools. Most schools have their own scholarship. In my last video, I said there is a school in Finland that, as long as you have their admission letter, is automatic 70% waiver, tuition waiver. But it's quite unfortunate that they are not doing 70% again. It's now 50%. These are some of the schools in Finland with their tuition fee. But the university that we're going to look at, that university is the University of Eastern Finland. Take your spotlight. The University of Eastern Finland offers 3 bachelor's degree programs and a great variety of master's degree programs taught in English. The bachelor programs in English are in Information Technology, Social Sciences, and Lifelong Learning and Sustainable Development. Choose course that will pay your bills. Their masters, they offer Business, Natural Sciences, Forestry, Education, Health programs, and so many. So the master's degree program has more courses taught in English compared to bachelor's degree programs. So now let's go on to how to apply. The application period for September 2023, both bachelor's and master's intake, they are closed. So the next application period is for 2024, and it is going to start on the 3rd of January 2024 and it lasts till 17th January 2024. That's just 2 weeks. You need to start preparing, get those documents together if Finland is your study abroad destination, of which I think you should consider. If you are not getting scholarship, at least you get tuition waiver. All right, let's move on. So there is only one intake per year, and the study starts the following September. So when you apply in January, you are going to start your study in September. On the website, you are going to see the link also to apply. They have this portal, which is the study info portal, where you go on and start your application there. You have to upload your transcripts. If you don't have all those documents, your transcripts, your certificates, get them ready now before the next application will open. If you are an international student, you have fees which ranges from 8,000 to 10,000 euro per year, depending on the program. That's the tuition fee. Now let's move on to tuition waiver, which is very juicy. The university offers tuition waivers and scholarships for international degree students. 50% of 8,000. You know how much that is? Or 50% of 10,000. That's half. That means you are paying 4,000 euro or 5,000 euro respectively, depending on the program you have chosen to go study at the University of Eastern Finland. Okay, so for students selected in 2024, the tuition waiver may cover maximum 50% of the program tuition fee. So you must apply for the tuition waiver on the application. We've talked about tuition waiver. Now let's look at Finland scholarship. The University of Eastern Finland will grant a Finland scholarship for the best two applicants. You know, when I said scholarship, you don't have to rely on scholarship, but if you can afford it, try and invest your money in your education. And who are those two applicants? The applicants who received the best points in each master's degree program. And you know the tuition fee for University of Eastern Finland is between 8,000 to 10,000, right? And you're also going to be awarded 5,000 euro relocation grant for you to settle in Finland. Okay, during your application, on the application form, make sure you apply for both Finland scholarship and the University of Eastern Finland's own tuition waiver at the same time, because if you don't get the Finland scholarship, you are going to be granted the tuition waiver. You must indicate, yes, you have to indicate it that you want waiver. So that's when they will know you are ready. The annual fee, you know, this 8,000, 10,000 euros we're talking about, is paid in two equal installments per academic year. Your tuition fee is 8,000 euro. If you don't get Finland scholarship, definitely you'll be given waiver. 50% waiver of 8,000 is what? 4,000 euro left for you to pay for the academic year. That 4,000, you are going to pay it in two equal installments, meaning you are going to pay 2,000 first, then 2,000 for the next time. Instead of keep wasting time looking for free, you can as well spend the money. Once you have that information, you know that you can do this, but eventually it is still going to be affordable. So guys, that is it for this video. I hope you're able to pick one or two. And if you've decided to go study in Finland or Ireland, though for Government of Ireland scholarship, they award only 60 for all the universities in Ireland. So you can see it is going to be very, very competitive. If you want to go abroad and study, then you have to choose schools that will benefit you in the long run. So my next video will be choosing countries for your study abroad ambition. All right, guys, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video.